Said, Caleb, you look different today. I said, well, why not? You know, as the honorable member of parliament representing the good people of the BackPage constituency, in the Democratic Republic of Channel 1 TV, I have to look the part, So, Mr. Speaker, let me specifically commend a young lady by name Juma. Juma has a kiosk on Instagram, Juma, Gwuma or something like that. Juma is the young lady who has delivered to make me look fly. Mr. Speaker, now to the substantive issues. And kindly permit me to condemn in no uncertain terms the unrestrained jealousy, hatred, and envy of the Ghanaian public when it comes to the welfare of we, the honorable members. And it's saying, Mr. Speaker, in view of the painful traffic the everyday Ghanaian endures to go to work in order to earn small for the government to tax them plenty, we, the members of parliament, recognizing that we are superior to the everyday Ghanaian, attempted to pass an LI into law to exempt ourselves from speed limits so we can drive without care or restraint. But these jealous Ghanaians, led by the media, have succeeded in causing us to run away from our own LI. Mr. Speaker, this is unconscionable. It is whimsical and capricious. Welcome to the show. This is BackPage on Channel 1 TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. Choboy! Choboy! When I say power to the people, you shout back, more power to the people. Power to the people! No, Ghana, for clap for yourself. You have proven that indeed power belongs to the people. This week, Ghanaians have struck, and boy, did we strike hard. They dared us to film them. Film them where? And boy, we filmed them where?
What have I abused? Please, I am saying that I have an urgent thing to do in the national interest.
It looks like everybody has an urgent thing to do in national interest.
Who has it again?
All the other drivers.
All the other drivers, higher than a parliamentarian. Well, can you say this in the Congress of US? This is a national interest. I'm not for myself. And if you like, by 8 o'clock, go there and ask whether I'm not there. Film me well. Because I'm serving the national interest. And to every rule, look at the national interest.
Film me where? This is in the national. So, a piece of legislation was before Parliament, which, when passed, would have ensured that we graduate our leaders from being overlords to being tin gods. Since I returned from Rwanda, people of God, 3 weeks ago, fuel prices have shot up 2 times. 2 times in 3 weeks, my people. The painful part is that the roads we drive on are horrible and the traffic situation is sickening. Instead of thinking about how to ease our burden so that the fuel we buy will stay in the cars more, the MPs we have for ourselves are thinking about how to get the power to drive around without any speed limits. Their comfort and luxury over our convenience any day, anytime. How? The way Ghanaians vex, the way Ghana people vex, we don't vex so. Hey! No, the tear there. Oh, don't go there.
Look at the cars they ride and everything they go through. Because of VA, they don't even feel the potholes. And we give them accommodation and what have you. And yet you want them to feel what we feel on a daily basis. It will only further aggravate the situation and to give you more headache.
MPs that we voted for into Parliament to make laws that would, make life better for citizens on the road, and they are rather trying to make amend to an LI that will give them that advantage on the streets. Just imagine.
No, they tried our patience And we showed them that we've really run out of patience. Ghanaians were very upset already. If you go to the car park of the Parliament of Ghana, you wouldn't think the leaders of a country that is so debt distressed will indulge themselves in such Byzantine opulence. The car park in Parliament is like a luxury garage of all the wealthiest sheikhs in the Gulf state. Listen, if those cars, if they speed, they overtake you. They bamboozle their way through traffic. The rest of us. So they don't feel the pain of my mother figure, Victoria Arabella Nina Krab, who endures the torturous traffic on the Tema Community 22. That's right, the traffic stop. They don't feel it. They just go, yo, dream, pim, pim, pim. Now, the Paris boys have been worrying them. So they want to protect themselves by passing a law. And here's the thing. In this case, they won't just be over speeding. They will be driving against. So if, so like 37 to Medina. If all that straight there's traffic, then they will move to the other side that's coming from Legon to Accra. Then they'll be driving towards those of you who are coming like this. That's how they want it. Or then there will be a motorcade in front of them, then they'll be doing like this, ping, ping, ping. They will drive through the traffic. Now, canon, more.
Assuming we had members of parliament living in different parts of Accra, and the road situation is that bad that they cannot come to parliament to do the work that they are mandated to do constitutionally, and they use that time in traffic. What will be the quantum of work he will do when he gets here? Already he is tired. Again, one will argue that leave home early. So you leave home early at 4 o'clock, come and stay here at 5, and come and wait till 10 o'clock when Parliament will resume. And by that time, what amount of energy would you have to expend? And you finish here, and you still have to wait until 8 o'clock before you can go home. Look at the loss of time and loss of quality man hours.
So that is the justification from the MPs. And the Honourable Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North, Andy Apiakubi, he's one of the senior men who led some majority MPs to actually demand that Charlie Kenoforiata, our former finance minister, is doing us abroad too much. So he should go. It's, you know that, oh, Charlie, this one, Monday, you be brother man, you the pet him, oh, Charlie, hey, government MP is pushing for finance minister to go. But now it looks like Charlie Sana, all that was because the way the man was doing things was going to affect their chance. Because the reason he's giving for what has become this, what has been described as a wicked airline, honestly, it doesn't show our leaders have us at heart. Only their comfort is important. Anyway, let me remind you of some of the big people who broke traffic regulations during the war against the discipline and the excuses they gave. Yeah, it's giving us an opportunity to relive some of those moments, right? And of course, you would know Kwabena Hime Tenyasi, right? Because that was one of the big ones. For me, Moses Assem was one of my favorite. Assem Bentia. He said he was driving against oncoming vehicles because he was attending a funeral. And the funeral, then Sawabodia was with him, so he had to get there early. That's why he was breaking. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Cruz. This DMD boss, the deputy managing director boss. May you not we ate a brand shampoo will fix security clearance now. May you not put a battle. If you ever do police or bollet, obey. Nyanyamale Tate, my use New York Tower Park in your home.
So you're under arrest.
I see my brother. Let me relate. Oh, Mr. Aklu, my brother, let me relate. So right now, the speed airline, It is in the who?
National interest. In the national interest.
People, are you sure this is in the national interest or is in the parochial interest? Let's be dispassionate. Honestly, if things were good for us, I don't think people would really care. And even they themselves wouldn't want such a thing. But, you know, if the siren thing worked, like if it ever did, like the song our MPs would have been singing while driving, cruising past us is, you know the song, oh mama kuma nyamiya, therefore the panchiche, ayamidu, speedy papa biamenya. In fact, they would have done TikTok, you know TikTok? Yeah, TikTok videos and they'll be singing while going to Parliament. Nyami neshiraye, na shimu. What's he saying? Aye, Mr. Jiman, Nyami neshiraye. What's he saying? Na shimu. Who means traffic and they'll be cruising. Nyami neshiraye. No, the good thing is, certainly, we don't know whose idea this LI is. After we showed them paper, we don't know whose idea. Minorities say they're dear. They are angels. They don't know nothing about that thing. Then the majority said, in fact, this was your idea. So you know that game that they say, when we were children, they say, who took the toffee from the teacher's table? Do you remember? Thank you. Thank you. So Speaker said, so we asked Speaker BackPage, said, who took the toffee from the teacher's table? Speaker said, it doesn't know shit about it. It doesn't know shit about it.
I heard on news that there's a bill in Parliament trying to give members of Parliament some what do you call it? Sirens, and also no speed limit. I mean, this social media thing, there's nothing like that before Parliament. There's nothing like that before Parliament. And so I thought maybe something was being done behind my desk. So I started calling all over. And all my directors said, no, they have not seen anything like that. I have the responsibility of admitting many of these things. Sometimes they may elude me, but I haven't seen any such bill.
Yo, so Speaker said, oh, me? Yes, you including me. Then who? No, minority took the toffee from the Speaker table. Oh, you? Including you. You know, and there's the who. Just say, our MPs have been caught hands down. Or is it hands down? They say, I mean, these are exciting times. Power belongs to the people. But MPs, if you're angry at us, I want to suggest something that will help you. It's healthy, it's good. We can tell you're also frustrated and you're looking at ways to be comfortable, right? Let me suggest this thing to you. This soccer game, democracy match you played with the Blacks, I think it's a good thing to do. You all continue it. Yeah.
If I had trained for many times, the performance would have been better. If you ask me, I'll rate my performance about 60%. Honestly, I'll rate it about 60%. The idea of playing football is there. If you watch it, I have the idea. I need stamina. The strength is down because I'm also getting to 50 years. It's not easy. Secondly, the pitch itself is not all that good. This is the complaint that we've been receiving from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And the Honourable Minister has promised that we need to do something about it. So very soon, you Ghanaians will hear something about it.
See, his stamina is down. Yeah. No, but he did well. He's not trained after, so many years he's done. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of he's our deputy sports minister, yeah? And he, the minister, deputy sports minister, is complaining about the state of the pitch of the Accra Sports Stadium. The leaders we have, when we are complaining about this, they join us to complain. But who is leading who? I mean, what's going on here? At the same time, there's a stadium at Kaneshie. It's just behind Pius Ajide's office. This is a National Youth Authority. That's why he's the boss there, right? In fact, this stadium is part of the youth facility. It's a National Youth Authority. The park is more than Evil Forest. There you are, sad. It is what it is. The people we pay with our taxes, the people whose fuel we pay with our taxes, the car they live in. If you said it, then they're beating you. But all of them want to go to Parliament and go and get siren and limit free speeding luxury cars. But you see, you confuse some of the people all the time. But power belongs to the people sometimes. All the time, power belongs to the people. But if you are quiet, doesn't mean power is for you. Power belongs to the people. Now, not only did the pressure from the public cause the MPs to disown the LIO, not only did that happen, from Parliament, we enter the SSNIT. Pressure from the people, power to the people, pressure from the Labour, caused SSNIT to miscarriage the Rock City deal. I love it. Oh, I love it. Since by a mega go, the cuckoo, SSNIT has washed the hand, the leg, and the face from the Rock City and the Hotel D. Power to the people. After this break, I will break it down for you as a government. Welcome from that break. This is Backpage on Channel 1 TV. I'm Caleb Kuda. Organized labor or 2 million. And I will kind of say. So SSNIT's sale of 60% of its sale of its 60% shares of 60% for some 4 hotels to Rock City, owned by Abetifi MP, a Minister of Agric. He says that he's not running it, but he's the one who is speaking all the time for it, so you understand. The Rock City is owned by him. Now, that story has dominated the headlines for some time. And there was a demonstration and things and all that. But SSNIT held a press conference and they said the sale of the shell is like the building of the cathedral, YBC. And the sale no or record or move.
Bear in mind, we've also tried having external management companies running SSNIT, running the hotels, the SSNIT hotels, beg your pardon. And that hasn't resolved the problem either. So for us, we look at it twofold. That we are looking to resolve a problem and do so with the introduction of a strategic investor. We've been called in to fund capital expenditure and maintenance expenditure and even SSNIT contributions of the workers. And if you put all of that together, what we have to do is to take action.
Shells, Mrs. Shells. Shares, no, you beton. Then come and see. Organized labor declare strike. GMA, you say strike. GMA, strike. NAT, strike. JUSAG, strike. Hey, I never knew Aboboya riders too were part of organized labor. The National Union of Tricycle Operators of Ghana, NUTOG. No, they also released a statement. They said they are going on strike. If SSNIT does not stop that thing, wahala mi donya mi mubola no mi sisa. Say power to the people. No, power to the people. For the last time, power to the people. Then no, we saw a statement from Rock City. I said, dear no, me and I see me person me bua me pebio. The SSNIT too said they won't do again. I say,
The main reason that SSNIT terminated the process is that we listened to the objections from the stakeholders and we decided to terminate the process. I think that we've come to the point where the unions have been very vociferous in their objections, and we've listened to that.
No, man pass man, power pass power. Of course. The SSNIT DG, Director General, Mr. Osafo Maafo, by the way, he is junior. You understand? He's junior, senior day. So Mr. Osafo Maafo, he told Bernard Abner on the City Breakfast Show that SSNIT, the terms that Rock City was giving them, you know, they didn't like it and things like that, you know what I mean? But Ablakwa, he insists that it's not enough that the deal was aborted. The whole board, we should carry the table, the chairs, and everything around it, including human beings, everyone around it. Dissolve it.
Those who have perpetrated this state capture must pay a price. The SSNIT board, they have to be dissolved. The SSNIT board cannot tell us that they didn't receive copies of the transaction advisor's report. The transaction advisor told them that this is a bad deal. There is no bank guarantee. There is no value for money. There is no proof of funds. And yet, they went ahead, they were holding press conferences, writing epistles, defying organized labor, defying me, defending this stinky deal. So they must pay a price.
You know, but in all these, Umaru Sanda had an epic interview with Brian Achampong and Ablakwa that reminded me of some childhood memories. When you see, you go for a fight and they beat you and you threaten your aggressors that tomorrow, inshallah, you will beat them back.
Rock City 4 officially has withdrawn its bid. Monday, him and I, as politicians, we will start a business of talking. And whatever we need to expose, he will see where his stand will be from next week.
First of all, let me state that I am not one to be intimidated by threats. This business of from Monday, he's going to deal with me and all of that. He can start now.
But in an expose me, let me expose you turn of events, Samuel Abujinapo has exposed Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa's state capture anthem. Apparently, most of the state lands that he has been trumpeting as sold by the MPP government now. The NDC government planted and MPP watered.
Was this land sold under President Akufo-Addo, and therefore to arrive at the conclusion that President Akufo-Addo and his government are engaged in state capture by selling public lands to their cronies? That is palpably false. It's not correct. The records are there, and I said the records all out. It was sold on 29 November 2016. We all know who was president of this country on 29 November 2016. I'm not going to say it. It was President Mahama who was president. And does that constitute state capture at the time? I don't know. But was it sold under President Akufo-Addo? Probably no.
Like, yo, what's going on here? Apollo planted, Paul watered, and God gave the increase. So when Ablakwa was asked this, I mean, his response was that the response of Mr. Ablakwa, Jinapo to his expose, was selective. And what about this? What about that? What about that? What about this?
It is important to emphasize that the Minister for Lands deliberately leaves out major state capture cases I have presented both in Parliament and outside Parliament. Why did the Lands Minister not speak to the demolition of properties belonging to the Nigerian High Commission, which happened at night on the 19th of June 2020? Why did the Lands Minister not speak to the takeover of the Labadi Beach Hotel's beachfront by former MPP chairman Freddie Blaise Sands? Why did the Lands Minister not speak to the attempted sale of 62.14 acres of prime land belonging to the Ghana Airports Company Limited to a company known as Heaven Builders Limited?
I mean, we all love what the man is doing, but if the NDC started the sale of some state property and the MPP is continuing, and we say it is state capture, it would have been good to start with a disclaimer that, by the way, Apollo planted, like I say, we are watering, and cronies brought the increase. You understand? Because they are all capturing left, right, and center. You understand? Because some of them were in the Jubilee House in the former government. When they were all living, they were all buying their cars and this. So, wait, Ghana is very sweet. Ghana is a very sweet. Those of you who say, enye Ghana, say, enye, you know, where do you want to go? You want to go to US? Do you know Joe Biden? 82, 81, 84, we don't know. Joe Biden, he'll be waiting to welcome you. Oh, Charlie, one man, plenty of trouble. One man, plenty of matter. Age is working against him. Now, COVID-19 too has... Oh, Joe Biden, just go and rest. Go and do babysitting for her house. No, please stay in Ghana, okay? Just stay in Ghana because if they are shooting presidential candidates, you that you are black man from Anyako or Brahabebu Media, they will finish you. But just remember that if your roads are bad and your chiefs decide to fix it, they might just get arrested like this.
The chief of Nahinso, Nana Ado Buaman, began filling the pits and the road to make it motorable despite failed attempts to get authorities to fix the problem. However, some officials from the Asukwa Municipal Assembly stopped him, emphasizing that he had no permission to do so. He was arrested by police, but later granted bail over the weekend.
Oh, okay. He didn't go through the right procedure. Oh, okay. I see. So you people, you like procedure? Power to the people. Power to the people. I say, power to the people.